Hey everyone, super excited to bring you another incredible training from our Friday Connect training series. For those of you that are new to the channel, we host these every single Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, completely for free. Now, if you're interested in joining one of these calls, just click the link that's in the top of the description. It's also in the pinned comment. That'll take you over to our Facebook group where you can see all the upcoming calls, all the upcoming topics, and even leave some suggestions for something you want to see us cover in the future. With all that being said, let's just get right into the training.
Today I want to talk to you about holiday marketing. And obviously, sometimes when you think about this, you may think of, just this season alone, but I do want to really cover the holidays, but also the new year in mind, and some things I'll touch upon that is going to really keep that relationship going with your database throughout the year. And that's really important. And what's really important about holiday marketing is that this is just a really great time of year to reconnect with the people you've done business with. Really great time of year for you to reconnect with the people you are in conversations with. And what I love about these type of marketing is that you can really personalize, you can really tell story, really connect with people on an emotional level. Hence, there's a higher ROI. And what you'll notice about a lot of things that I'm going to be sharing through here is, isn't it just about creating something and giving it and potentially getting a sale out of it and growing your business, but it's really about a lot of the other things that take a lot of your time. And it's about automating this process. It's about really aligning with your core values in terms of your business. So let's talk about this. So what you're going to learn today is, again, some strategies. I'm going to give you holiday, New Year strategies to really build your business over time. Holiday themed content, it's not really about giving just physical gifts. It's about creating a brand, building a brand. And if you've been coming to our calls, you'll notice a lot of things we do is it's not just one and end. It's a lot of things are evergreen. Hence why, earlier, if you were listening to the conversation between Frank and Kyle, it was about that video challenge we did, because it's about growing your business for a long term, right? Very similar with, and I'm going to give you some promotional ideas too that, again, that you can implement today, and some sample contents of what some of these things look like so that you can kind of implement it for today. First, right off the bat, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, saying thank you. And with that, you could do a giveaway. But one of the things that I love about this season is that you get a chance to reconnect with people you've done business with us in the past, potentially clients you've done business with this year, just leads in general, just people sitting in your database, followers. And one of the ways you could do this is to run online campaign. And I love online campaign because it's easier, cost effective, and it's also, you could track them. And some of the ways that you could do this is really involving social media and wrapping social media into this, bringing a number of different parties into this, especially if you're giving away something that is local. And we'll talk a little bit more about local, because that's huge, a player when it comes to our real estate business, especially as a realtor, because we're serving the people in a geographical area that you could physically service, right? So local intent is huge. And the other is just having relevancy to your community. When you're thinking about a giveaway, be really thoughtful about what you can give that gives a nod to your area. One of the great quick example I always give is, I live right beside the Rogers Center. So even just doing a giveaway or a contest for the Blue Jays tickets for the 2023 season is great, because if you come onto my, social media, I talk a lot about living in City Place by the waterfront. So people connect with me on that. I used to work for the Blue Jays for a long time, and my husband still works for the stadium. So there's so many different relevancies to that community. I don't know if you guys know this, but my husband and I got married at the Rogers Center. So you know what I mean? Like, there's so many stories that I can really wrap around giving this away. Yeah, it's not, it's a corporate brand. It's not mom and pop shop, but there is an element to so much alignment to my own brand. You see where I'm going with this? So there's so many commonalities that you could bring, and you get information from people. And remember, the leads, it's not just about generating leads, right? It's not about just touching base with your past clients. Your followers on social media, on all of your accounts, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, this is a great time for you to reconnect with them and nurture. They're always watching your content, whether they like it or they comment, they're watching your content. So this is a great time to really get those people, those energy going in terms of people interacting with your content, which is huge. So I highly recommend, especially if you're giving something away for free during this time. Everyone wants to interact with that, right? There isn't too much of a catch except, follow, like, comment, that kind of thing. So I encourage you to do that. So a couple of things you want to keep in mind, again, social media campaign. And one aspect of the social media campaign that I really want to drive in is that when you involve other people, you can start to tag other, whether it be a candle maker, whether it be a pizza shop, you get to share, the awareness between each of the parties. So I highly recommend really collaborating. And if you're like me and Kyle, who are on the same, we're in a group, we work together, we can always collaborate together as well, right? So and that's what our brokerage allows us to do, is that we don't get to compete with each other, right? And so when Kyle wins, I win, so vice versa. So really working together is huge. And the other aspect I really want to touch upon is, when you're thinking about Google intent, of course, put this as an offer on your Google business profile page, huge, because again, getting in front of people, because there's already products on there, services on there. All of your services should be listed on your Google business profile. And my favorite is connecting everything, or leveraging tools like KV Core or your smart CRM. Make sure you have a smart CRM. And I encourage this all the time, because that should be the backbone of your business, and that should connect to everything that you do. So you could run a custom text code campaign where you could tell somebody, text giveaway to this phone number, your smart number, and you get immediately entered in to win this contest. You see where I'm going with this? Immediately when someone texts you that code, that whatever that you could set, let's say giveaway for now, you don't have to do any work, any admin work to do this, especially if you get a ton of people. And the best part is they get immediately entered into your database. And you can also create a landing page that is particular to holiday season, giveaway, however you want to really build this out. You can build a landing page, and you can take a QR code with you. If you go to an event, if you're with people, you can be like, hey, enter to win such and such gift. Here, check it out. And you could share that landing page through a QR code wherever you go, especially during this time. If you are like me and you go to networking events, this is a great opportunity for you to really reach far and wide, but also connecting with people, because you're giving something away. And of course, email marketing, absolutely easy way to track, easy way to give. A lot of people, the only thing, a caveat to this, is a time of season where all of us, including myself, we're all inundated with holiday campaigns. However, this is why I recommend you start now. Mid-November, late November is a great time to start giving it. If you're doing any direct mail, get it in early. And I'll touch upon this a little bit later too, is because when your stuff gets lost with other people, then it's not as effective, right? So you want to keep that in mind. One huge recommendation, one of my agents in our group recommended this to me. And when I met with him last holidays to just have a coffee, he actually gave this book to me, and he did it in a profound way as well. He put it in a little box with a quote written on it that has something to do with giving, and it was beautifully. He clearly, I could tell that he read the book. If you are somebody who is really about relationship, and our business really is, I highly recommend. I think every realtor should read this book. Really well written. Is the magic of gifting, and really understanding people, and taking that gifting to the next level. So every time, whether and you should all be doing this when you're wrapping up your, any of your sales, anything like that, make sure that I highly recommend that you take some strategies from here. I love this. It's not just about growing your business, but referrals and retention. Just really well written book, and it's called Giftology. So I highly recommend you check that out. And this is where I want to get into, is about, it's not just physical gifts, and it's not just about gifting, but this holiday season, it can also be that way of giving, and is for you to build your brand and to take advantage of holiday marketing, is to be taking your content and gearing it towards the season, whether it be videos on YouTube, whether it be post on your Instagram or Facebook, whether it be Reels or TikTok, email. Great time of year to be the person in your area, in your neighborhood, to be the one with the knowledge holder, the authority, giving away top holiday events, Christmas market. What if you could list all the Christmas market to visit Ontario, top home decor inspirations? Great example is giving people color palettes. If you were to put these kind of ornament balls on your Christmas tree, here's some things to match with for your dining table. And this is a great idea that you could do as a YouTube video, even as a TikTok short form would be wonderful, is holiday drinks. For example, you could do top 5 places to visit, top 5 holiday drinks in your neighborhood. And again, that local intent is just the bonus, right? It's just that cherry on top. And I highly recommend you don't even have to stick to, alcoholic beverages. It could be, lattes and eggnogs and really, peppermint mocha lattes to get 5 different, local shops to get it, not just, don't name Starbucks or something like a major chain, but something that's local, unique to your area. And lots of towns and cities within even Ontario and where we live, and wherever you are, you'll find a really right niche place that works for a particular thing that they do. So I would totally write on that cocktail, definitely, promote that and tag them, tell them that, share this with them. And even if you go there, have a drinking it, capture that content with you in it, personalizing it, taking that brand to the next level is wonderful. And even just doing like what I'm doing, YouTube videos on gift ideas, things to do for even clients, right? For people to help them out, something to do with real estate, and even around even gift ideas of things to buy in your area, some places to visit. Again, even staying away from big, massive chains and thinking about something really unique, even top 5 local artists to buy from this Christmas. So ton of different things you could do without having to give physical gift, by actually being the knowledge holder, again, giving tons of content online, being the person with all the content guides for your city, fun winter facts. This is a really cool one because you could Google a ton of fun stuff, because if you're like us who live in literally an igloo at times, Toronto, right? You can talk about, fun winter facts about the fact that the highest temperatures that went to Toronto, fun activities to do in the winter. A really cool fact is the island, right? It freezes up in the winter and sometimes people go skating on there, right? And there's some really beautiful footage that, different online media outlets posted. You can tag them and credit them and use those footages and share them with people, because those are beautiful and a really great way to sell and really promote your city without having to, again, put something together. And this is what I love about all of this, is wide reaching, huge, evergreen, massive, again, tapping into things that are going to live past just this season. And the last is Holiday City Guide. And this is something you could do. And if you go on my Instagram, you could click on the guide symbol and you can see I've already started doing a couple. And you could do them on Instagram. You could do them as, on YouTube. And this is great because this is something that's going to live all year round, right? Like Destination Toronto does them, Narcity does them. And this is your spin at how you could, a great way to enjoy the city during the holidays. Because a lot of people, stay at home, right? They stay in the city to spend time with their family and friends. So, or people visit their family and friends visiting. So for example, right now, my sister's visiting us in a couple of weeks from the UK, and I'm already been Googling things to do things with her, with our family, right? So imagine when I'm sitting there Googling, imagine if a realtor and people like us are putting out content. I love to watch that, right? And to learn and to get to know your content. Great way to stand out without having to be always posting about properties, right? Great way to be that knowledge holder. Huge. This is where I'm talking about not just the holiday, going into the new year, taking advantage of the new year. One huge aspect, and if you've ever been in my training, I mentioned this, a calendar magnet is a great tactic, a marketing tactic to send out to your database now. And if you are somebody who do traditional marketing like door knocking, take this with you. You can give this to people. A couple of things. People are not going to throw this out first. Everyone needs a calendar magnet on their fridge, right? And the beautiful part about this is that you can actually do this, and I highly encourage you to do this, again, mid-November, late November. My husband and I do this every year, and you could create this, and super inexpensive. You could do them in a bulk and get them, and you remain top of mind on their fridge all year round. And I had one of my nannies who, even when I went to her place, she had like a little pad that this realtor in her area had sent. And she told me that when it runs out, she always expects another one because that replaces her other pad. Isn't that crazy? Like, she expects this from him year to year. So you could be this person who gives them their magnet calendar year to year, because I look for a yearly calendar to put in my office, to put them on my fridge. So you could be that person. And last year, my templates, if you ever want to see it, let me know. My last year templates would be even better because I should have actually put this. It actually showed all the Canadian holidays. So if you're in the US, you could put US holidays. If you're in another country, put your unique holidays, because people love that, especially for those people that have work. Great way to, again, stay top of mind, great way to have people think of you. And you could put a little picture of you, even you could add a little QR code to this, take to the next level so they can go to your website to look at properties. You could even put a little note in there, all homes Toronto, and put a little QR code, and that could take you to a squeeze page, right? If you have something like a smart CRM that could pull a squeeze page that shows a link that never expires, that shows up-to-date homes in your area throughout the full year. So this way you can say every single property that hits the market, and it doesn't expire, so which is perfect. So get the most up-to-date list of real estate in your area. So this is a great way you to, again, be the knowledge holder, because guess what? Everyone right now are Googling to see what home prices are going. Are they dipping? Listening to the media. And you could be that person giving them the right knowledge. And I just wanted to put this in there. You could do like personalized ornaments, personalized candles. And this is just a great way to give as well to people in your sphere of influence, people in your network already, people if you go to holiday parties. What I love about this stuff is that people are not going to throw it out. Super personal. It's going to hang on their tree. That's huge. And you don't even have to put any of your branding. I want to do any of that. Just put their name, make it, unique, that it speaks to them. And every time they have to go every year to put that up, they'll think of you, that you gave them that, right? So really great time. If you have a closing coming up in this season, and right between now and, even at the beginning of January, this is such a great gift. Super personal, super inexpensive. And my biggest recommendation is choose a local artist in your area that's doing this. So not only you're supporting them, but you can tag them and leverage their following as well. So there's just all around benefit. Everyone wins when you do things like that. And as usual, whenever I show, things like personalized ornaments, and again, like I said, ornaments are just one example. You could do candles, coasters, things like that. But I also wanted I recommend that you are somebody, if you do a ton of deals throughout the year, you could have a branded swag that, again, you get something that is useful for people, right? Sometimes people give these random like keychain lights, right? So try to take something to the next level where somebody, a pen, a bag, something, even a lip balm. And these are something that it can be branded, which is great. And guess what? You just printed one and it's bulk purchase. It'll last you year round, and you get them for super inexpensive. You can just Google them and you can find so many suppliers online. And this is just something that isn't just holiday related, but it's a great time to give around this time. And this is great because anytime you're putting together a closing gift, this branded swag can be just added to it, which is bonus, right? So there isn't too much work that you have to do, and it can be a thing that you always give and it's a part of your giving. So, and you can be really thoughtful about it, working for your brand, and so I recommend taking advantage from that perspective as well. Remember, I told you I want to talk a little bit about choosing local. Some things you want to consider when you're choosing local is that people always ask me, okay, where do I find these people? Obviously, you can hit Google, right? And sometimes you may not be, because some of the people that are local and that are doing this at a super grassroots level might not have this massive brand presence. And in order to get to them is that they, you can ask people in your community Facebook groups. Perfect way to stand out is, hey guys, I'm a local realtor and I'm putting together some unique gifts. I would love to partner with another local artist in here who does this, or does anybody does anything. I would love to support you. This is my time of giving. Can I work with you? And you can purchase their stuff in bulk, work with them, and they can be your, go-to person. And you can look them up on Instagram in your area. There's a ton of people you'll find. And I'm talking everyone who makes, personalized cookies to pretzels, bakers, designers, name it, you could find them. And another great place to find some of these ideas or even inspirations to give it to someone who is an artist is something like Etsy or Pinterest is a great place for inspirations, but also for your own gift ideas, obviously, but also for you to find people, super inexpensive stuff that you can order from Etsy, Pinterest. And these are lots of, individual artists that you can purchase from, which is great. And again, just touching on that again, promoting each other, tagging people in the post, reels, stories, it's just wide reaching. They get to repost, you get to repost. And when you're giving it to somebody, you tell them to repost it from giving. And what I love is that if you do a giveaway, take a photo with the person that won it or ask them to send it to you if they're further away. That's just, telling people that you're in that, that season of giving. And sometimes because realtors, let's be honest, we have this connotation that a lot of realtors make a lot of money, and it isn't necessarily true. And sometimes people think that, they're these top producers, and this is such a great way to rebrand yourself, to be that giver, to be someone in that community that works with a lot of different people, and a great way to connect. And what I love about this season too, folks, is kind of going in the way of giving. Is I recommend going to if you have kids or grandkids, or even your family members, volunteering at local food market or your kids' school. They always have like bake-a-thon or book fairs around this time. Perfect time to volunteer your time. Why I say this is I don't recommend that you go with your big posters and stuff, which I mean, you can, if you sponsor it, great, go for it, right? They'll allow you to promote yourself, but you just meet people. You're going to have a chance to meet people, start conversation, get people on your LinkedIn, Facebook, and then nurture them from there. As long as they know who you are and you had a great personal connection with them, massive bonus. So take advantage of this season, because I'm not sure about you, but in our community groups, there's so many people that are always asking for, hey, are there any volunteers around for, helping us? We've had such and such thing donated to us. We're giving it away. Can you join us in giving? Perfect time to, even if you don't have the budget to put together things to give. And that's what I want to drive home today, is that you don't have to be this fancy, budget. You don't have to have anything crazy, from a monetary perspective. You can literally participate in holiday marketing by giving your time, leveraging and using your time to meet people and network, and giving from that perspective and building relationship. And of course, when possible, make sure you can add your branding, call to action. There's sometimes some gifts like ornaments you don't want to put your branding on, but something like a cookie, you could give like a branded cookie. You could put a little sticker at the back. Types of things you could do, a call to action on the packaging. Lots of opportunity. Always consider and think about it before you put it together. And even the marketing companies that you can order from, they'll always give you recommendation of the sizing of the logos to do, so you can always do variations to make it work for you. Lastly, I just wanted to touch upon, this is obviously Karuvi Social that we show you guys on a weekly basis. This is a system, karuvi.social, so you can look it up, and it's a social media platform where we give social media content on a daily basis, exactly what to post, already pre-written for you, and you get this for free when you join our group. So you could try that out, and you can also do a trial, go check it out, and this gives you a ton of holiday content for you to post as well, even if you're not, if you don't have a YouTube channel, or if you're not giving, because you can always post content from a perspective of just thinking about, 5 things to do, but also like, here's some recipes and things like that. But you also want to be really careful that you don't drift too far off from a realtor. I've noticed people putting on like recipes and stuff. That's great, but really be thoughtful about, okay, recipes, but maybe a recipe of a famous dish that was found in your area. Like it's a Christmas pudding that used to be made in Ontario back in the day. Great. Something that you could purchase, that unique pie that you could purchase during the holidays from this, this bakery down the street. Perfect. You see where I'm going with this? So anytime you're trying to promote something, think really carefully about alignment to your brand. I often see realtors post something huge and it doesn't really relate. But
thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something useful. If you're interested in partnering with our record-breaking organization, the Wolfpack, here at eXp Realty, completely for free, just click the link that's in the pinned comment. We can set up a time to talk, and we can see whether or not we'd be a good fit for each other. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, click the like button down below, and make sure to subscribe. We're going to be posting videos like this on the channel every single week. And be sure to join the Facebook page. The link is in the top of the description. It's also in the pinned comment. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.